Hi guys, Kat here. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. So today I am doing my September TBR. I cannot believe it is already September. That is crazy. My summer vacation ends this Friday, so I'm heading back to school, and I think that it might be a little stressful, so I haven't picked that many books this month, and also some of them are quite thin because I'm anticipating a lot of work at school, getting back into the groove of things. So without further ado, let's just get on into it. My first book that I'm gonna read, I am currently reading, and oh my gosh, it's so good. It is Borne by VanderMeer. So I picked this up in Canada when I went to visit with my family, and I made a vlog and a haul about this, so I'm gonna link it down below. I just put it up a little while ago, so if you want to see that, then go ahead and check it out. So this is my first VanderMeer novel that I'm reading, and I know that his trilogy is really popular, and on the back of here, that trilogy is blurbed by Stephen King. So I feel like VanderMeer really has a grip on this style of writing that he does, which is like creepy sci-fi kind of fantasy all blended together. I feel like it's very Atwood or Craig. And this book deals with a girl named Rachel, who is a scavenger in kind of a post-apocalyptic world that has been ravaged by natural forces and also biotech company forces. And there is a huge flying bear named Mord. There is a small fuzzy being that she picks up from Mord's fur called Borne, who maybe looks kind of like this. And it's about her life and figuring out who she is and who Borne is. And I'm not going to say anything more than that, but this is definitely on my TBR. I am this much of the way through it, and it is just so good. I cannot wait to talk about it in the wrap-up. Okay, moving on. So next is The Chrysalids by Wyndham. So I have been meaning to read this forever, and I don't know why. It's been on a past TBR, but I really want to read it, but it just comes to that point and I never pick it up. It says, Wyndham takes the reader into the anguished heart of a community where the chances of reading true are less than 50% and where deviations are rooted out and destroyed as offenses and abominations. So I heard that this was a really good book studying otherness, and I wonder if it will be similar to Gathering Blue. I'm a little intrigued though by the cover. I wonder if this is what the people in the society look like. Yeah. So I know that this is one of his more popular books, as is Day of the Triffids. And yeah, let me know which one you prefer, or if you think one is better than the other. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, moving along. Next is H for Hawk by Helen Macdonald. So this has been on my TBR for a long time. It deals with a woman whose father dies, and as a way of coping with grief, she decides to train a goshawk, which is a very temperamental, independent, and very, very strong predator bird. I think it will be really, really interesting. It's won a bunch of awards. It says winner of the Costa Book of the Year. So I believe that this is a true account of the way that Helen Macdonald dealt with her grief. So I'm really looking forward to it. I wonder if it will be anything like Grief is a Thing with Feathers. Stylistically it won't be. This is not written in a poetic form. But I think grieving and the nature of birds, there's something to be said for the connection between the two, because it seems to be a theme that is running with a few of the books I've been reading. Next we have The Heart Goes Last by Margaret Atwood. So I've actually tried to read this before and I didn't get very far. I got 25 pages in, and I think at that time I was just busy, or I don't really know, but it's really rare for me not to read a Margaret Atwood, so I feel like it definitely deserves another pickup. So this is a world where overpopulation is a huge thing, there's no jobs, and it's really hard to eke out a living. So people are offered the option to live half of their life in a jail, but it's not a jail like a prison, it's more like a jail that has been converted into living quarters, and the other half they live in a house. The couple in this book shares their jail cell and their house alternatively with another person. And I believe it's about them coming to terms with living like that, and also how their life interacts with someone who they never meet, but you share the same spaces with. And I think it's also a really good comment on society and the spaces that we take up and how we live our lives. And also, I'm intrigued to see how they live in the prisons, because I think that's a thing I've read about online. People have been converting old shopping centers, old prisons, old schools into houses, especially for immigrant communities. So I think it should be interesting. I hope that I can get into it this time. I'm really trying to push myself because Margaret Atwood, I love her writing style, so I think I just need to wait out the bit in the beginning that maybe was a little slow. Yeah, but wish me luck. Oh, if you've read this and it gets like really, really good, please let me know, because it might just be able to like push me over the edge to like reading it faster. Okay, so moving on is a book by Lightman called Einstein's Dreams. And this is Lightman's recreation of what he thinks Einstein's dreams would have been like. So it says, early one summer morning in 1905, a young patent clerk wakes from a dream at his desk. He is Albert Einstein. In this breathtaking synthesis of science and imagination, we witness Einstein's dreams of new worlds, extraordinary visions of the effect on people's lives when time is circular or flows backwards, slows down or takes the form of a nightingale. So I just think this is going to be a really cool book. So I'm really looking forward to this. It has gotten a lot of praise. Yeah, for instance, Salman Rushdie said, "I haven't been so excited by a novel, let alone a first novel, for a very, very long time." So I think it's going to be great, and it's little, so it's perfect for taking to school. Okay, moving along. The next I have is called The Four-Dimensional Human, Ways of Being in the Digital World by Laurence Scott. So this is a look at how we represent ourselves and how we have another dimension to our life now that so much of our life is lived online. And we have like a fourth dimension of an online persona, which is sometimes totally fabricated or is sometimes the truth that most people see and believe. So this is, you know, definitely true of Twitter, Facebook, BuzzFeed, YouTube, anything online, because you can create whatever kind of persona you want to put out there. It should be really interesting to see. I haven't read anything yet about the way that the internet and the way that the four dimensions changes us as a human, and how humanity has changed for the sake of the internet. I think I have read books about pop culture and how pop culture has influenced humanity, but I don't think I've read one where it's internet specific. So I think this should be a really good go, and I also really, really love the cover. It's really cool. Whoever thought of that, good job. Okay, so the last book on this list is one I wasn't really sure about, but I figure I'm going to put it in here because I just really, really want to read this book, and it is Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. It's about a father's journey with his son, and he interweaves life philosophy with the care of motorcycles or riding motorcycles and road tripping. So I don't know more than that. If you've read this book and it is really amazing, please let me know down in the comments, because I'm a bit iffy about it. I've read some Asian religious texts, and I've read some other works by the Dalai Lama, and I'm a bit conflicted about how good this may be. And I know that it's won like so many awards, and there's so many printings of it, so it must have reached a very wide audience, but that doesn't necessarily mean I will enjoy it. So if you think that you have similar taste to me, book-wise, and you like really loved this, please let me know, because then maybe I'll just feel a little bit more excited to read it, because I am excited to read it, but also I'm like a little nervous about it. So yeah, that finishes up my TBR for next month. Please let me know, what are you reading? I can't believe it's September already, so I mean, where did the summer go? It's just like mind-boggling to me. But yeah, I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will talk to you later. Happy reading. Bye!